right, you'll see this broken tree. So elephants are kind of like nature's bulldozers. If something's in their way, they're just going to go ahead and knock it down. So that's a good sign there could be one around. It looks like I'm right. There's going to be an African elephant out on your right-hand side. Now, elephants are the world's largest land animals. They'll stand about 13 feet tall when fully grown. Now, we can assume that this one is a male because he's off on his own. At about 13 years of age, males will go off to live the rest of their lives by themselves while the females stay together due to their social nature. Now, they will return for things like mating, but they're going to spend most of their life in solitude. If you look out on your left, there is a couple of mandrills. They're walking around back there by that wall. Now, mandrills are the world's largest monkey species. The adults will weigh up to 100 pounds when fully grown. Now, you can tell the difference between a male and a female mandrill because the males will have striking blue and red colorations on their face. Now, notice how that elephant was flapping their ears. When elephants flap their ears, it creates a current of air, and that in turn cools the blood vessels in their ears and can lower their body temperature by up to 15 degrees. Now, it is hot outside today. Elephants have very sensitive skin. They can get burned very easily, so they like to sling mud and dirt on their back as a form of natural sunscreen. Now, something that's very interesting is that scientists have recently discovered that elephants are very afraid of bees. They don't like the buzzing noises they make. Meanwhile, over in Africa, the farmers were frustrated because the elephants kept eating and destroying all of their crops. So once the scientists made this discovery, the farmers started to build these bee-hive fences. And it was good because it scared away the elephants without harming them, and it gave the farmers an extra source of income from the honey and honeycomb. If you ever want to learn more about it, it's called the Elephants and Bees Project, and they're doing a lot of good around the world. Look, these are the red clay pigs, and on the right-hand side, there's some tusk marks and some footprints. That's a sign there could be some more around. Aww. If you look at on the left, you're going to see a couple more. Unfortunately, I cannot stop here, but you are able to see them. Now, if you notice, there's a smaller one out there. Elephants have one of the world's longest gestational periods. Mom will be pregnant for 22 months, which is almost 2 years before she has her little one. Now, I was talking about the red clay. Elephants really like eating red clay because it provides them with essential minerals that they would not get to their diet otherwise. So it's kind of like taking a daily vitamin for them. Elephants do have massive appetites. Each one can eat up to 300 pounds of vegetation a day. On the right, you're going to see those Ankoli cattle again. We're going to get a closer view of them. Now look at the horns on their head. They are massive. Each one can grow between 5 to 6 feet in length, and they look like they'd be really heavy, but they're not. They have a honeycomb-like structure inside of them that creates a cooling and circulation system. Now they are seen as a sign of wealth. They will not be used for food purposes. Instead, they're kept as a status symbol. So the more Ankoli cattle you have, the wealthier and more affluent you are. Now coming up, you're going to see some greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are the largest and the least pink of all the flamingo species. So when they hatch, they start off as a light gray color. Now over time, they develop that pink from eating brine shrimp. Brine shrimp contain a protein in them called beta-carotene, and that's what gives them that color. There's going to be one more elephant laying down back there. They'll weigh between 4,000 and 5,000 pounds. Now, despite their size, they're also able to charge at speeds of 35 miles an hour. Now, if you look at them, do they look very white to you? No, kind of a brownish color. So they get their name from the mistranslation of the Afrikaans word vite, V-I-T-E. Now, that word means wide, not white. So white rhinos have a wide, flat mouth. Black rhinos have more of a pointed mouth. That's how you tell the difference. If you look down to the right, you'll also see some female ostriches. Now we can tell that those are females because they're gray. So male ostriches have black feathers. That's how you're able to tell the difference. Now ostriches are the world's largest birds. Because they're so large, they can't fly. But they make up for it by being the world's fastest flightless birds. They're able to run at speeds notice back with those rhinos, they're all kind of hanging out together. So white rhinos are very social. They prefer to be in the company of other rhinos. Black rhinos, on the other hand, are very solitary. Maybe one friend around them at most. So if you see them in a group, that's a good sign that they're probably white rhinos and not black rhinos. Out on the left-hand side, there's going to be two cheetahs laying down. They're laying down kind of in the shade in front of that tree. One's laying all the way down, one's got their head up. Now, cheetahs are the world's fastest land animal. They're able to run at speeds of 60 miles an hour. However, they can only maintain that speed for a few hundred feet. Now, actually, when cheetahs run that fast, they can't steer with their paws, so they'll use their tails to get them in the right direction. Now, cheetahs are day predators. Most predators want to hunt in the evening or nighttime so that their prey don't see them. But cheetahs are fast enough to catch up to them, so that's why they're able to do it during the day. So to help them see, they have black around their eyes, and it reflects the sunlight. Now, up ahead is the Kopi Rocks, and it's a good place to look for lions. Looks like there's going to be a female lion sleeping on top of this Kopi. It's going to be right up there. Now, lions are nocturnal animals. They're going to spend, they're most active at nighttime. They're going to spend about 16 to 20 hours a day sleeping. Now, when the sun starts to set, they get ready to hunt. They have padded paws, and it quiets their footsteps so that their prey don't hear them. Contrary to popular belief, the females will do a majority of the hunting, not the males. So when the females go out to hunt, the males will stay back to protect their territory and their cubs. Now, during the day, lions have about the same vision as us, but at nighttime they have 5 times better vision than we do. Now, this little guy out to the left is a water buck. Now, water buck have black heart-shaped noses, and if you noticed, they had that white ring on their backside. Their little ones will actually use that as a way to tell who is mom and who to follow. Now, water buck like to spend a lot of time in the water, hence their name. So to help them do that, they will emit this greasy, foul-smelling substance that water hurts their coats. Looks like there's going to be one more female, and the male lays down over here.
That's all the big up there.
Now, when lions roar, they can be heard up to 5 miles away. And interestingly, it doesn't sound how you think it would. It kind of sounds like a dry, heaving noise. So sometimes you can actually hear them when you're in a different part of the reserve. It's really interesting. Looks like we're going to see another white rhino up on the right. Maybe, looks like there's 2 of them. 3. Oh, they were social. They like to be around other rhinos. Now, if you look on the ground to the right, you're going to see some eggs. Those are ostrich eggs. Now, we saw the female ostriches a while back. Those eggs are strong enough that if a grown man stood on top of them, they would not break. We're now going to start to make our way into the newest part of our reserve, and it's called Magadi Glen. We'll see if any of the animals have migrated over here. Today, I recommend checking out the Gorilla Falls Walking Trail. Now, they do have some of the same animals that you've seen out here on the reserve, but some different ones as well. So definitely stop by if you have some extra time. It's really fun. Before we part ways, though, there is something that I would like to mention to y'all. Conservation is very important to us here at Disney, and there are so many animals that could use your help. One in particular are elephants. Now, unfortunately, their homes are being destroyed in the mining of a mineral ore called coltan. Now, coltan is found in common household electronics like cell phones, computers, and tablets. So if you have any laying around your house that you don't use anymore, take them to Best Buy or Target. It's really easy to recycle them. If you don't have any, though, that's okay too. Simply spreading awareness about conservation and animals and needs can do a lot. You never know who might be able to help. Now, if I have any wilderness explorers on board, you've been traveling on the Simba 1. That's SIMBA number 1. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to come by my window when we make it back to the dock. It's literally always open. I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. So here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. Goodbyes are far too sad and far too final for us. So instead, we like to use the Swahili word kwaherini, and it means to go well. Again, my name is Sarah, and it's been a pleasure being your safari guide today. I hope that you